Good morning, students. Up to previous lecture, we had discussed till the phylum Mollusca. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the phylum Echinodermata. In the given slide, you can see the beautiful specimens of phylum Echinodermata. Myself, Balram Sai, Assistant Professor in Zoology, Government Dunga College, Bikaner. Echinodermata. The term is derived from a Greek word "echinos" meaning spiny and dermata means skin. The organisms with the spiny skin. It literally means spiny or prickly skinned animals are classified under the phylum Echinodermata. They possess an endoskeleton, that is the internal skeleton of calcareous ossicles, small bones embedded in the skin. Now, what are the similarities of Echinodermata with chordates? They have tube within tube body plan which has evolved during deuterostomic evolutionary line. They possess a true coelom called enterocoelom. They have mesodermal skeleton made of calcareous plates or ossicles. Now we will discuss the general characters of phylum Echinodermata one by one. First is the habitat. If we talk about the habitat, all echinoderms are exclusively marine and usually live at the bottom of sea, hence they are the bottom dwellers. Next is the habit. No parasitic form is found in them. They are the free living animals. If we talk about the body symmetry, the adult echinoderms are radially symmetrical, but their larvae are bilaterally symmetrical. The echinoderms are unique in this feature that the larvae are bilaterally symmetrical, an advanced feature, while the adults developed from them are radially symmetrical, that is the primitive feature. Level of body organization. They possess the organ system level of body organization. Germ layers. These are triploblastic animals, that means ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm are found in the specimens of phylum Echinodermata. If we talk about the body segmentation, body is unsegmented. Echinoderms are the coelomate animals. Pedicellary. Pedicellary is a structure specially found in the echinoderms, and in this between the spines there are pincer-like structures called pedicellary to keep the surface clean. It will be more clear with the help of the diagram. This is the pedicellary found in the echinodermates, and it is made up of three calcareous plates. As you can easily see, this is the first plate, this is the second plate, and this is the third plate. Two calcareous valve-like structures in the form of jaws. These are the jaws and these are the two plates, and it rests on a basal calcareous plate. So pedicellary is composed of three plates, and the function is to keep the surface clean. Next, water vascular system. It is the most distinctive feature of echinoderms. It is in fact a modified part of coelom consisting of a system of canals which are filled with the watery fluid. Different types of canal together form the water vascular system, which is clear by the diagram and it will be explained. It consists of a madreporite. This is the madreporite or the sieve plate we can say. Next, this is the stone canal. This is the ring canal. This is the radial canal. This is the tube fit. These are the ampullae of tube fit. The water vascular system consists of a perforated plate called madreporite, as we have already explained. The pores allow the seawater to enter into the system. So, the water enters into the system through the madreporite or the sieve plate. From the madreporite starts the stone canal. This is the stone canal, which opens into a ring canal. This is the ring canal, which is pentamerous. From each angle of ring canal arises the radial canal. These are the radial canals. From radial canals arise the lateral canals. This is the lateral canals. The tube feet are the tube-like appendages. These are the tube feet, which are tube-like appendages. These are two double rows of tube feet in each arm, as it is clearly depicted by the picture. From one arm, you can easily see two rows of tube feet. Now, each tube feet can be distinguished into three regions. This tube feet can be distinguished into three regions. First is the ampulla, which is a rounded sac-like structure. From ampulla, a middle tube-like structure called podium starts, and beneath the tube feet are the cup-like sucker at the low end of the podium. Now the question arises, what is the function of water vascular system? This system is called the water vascular system because this system acts like the circulatory system of the body, maintaining the continuous flow of water in and out of the body. And following are the different functions of this water vascular system. First, locomotion. Most peculiar and interesting role of the water vascular system is in the locomotion. Body is moved by the stepping action of the tube feet, which are alternatively adhered to and released from the substratum on which the animals move. This happens with the entry and exit of water. Next is the capture and transport of food. The prey is captured and held in position by the arms and tube feet. The food is taken in and then transported in the body. Next is the respiration. The tube feet also serves as the equivalent of gills during respiration. The thin walls of the tube feet help in the respiratory exchange of gases. They absorb oxygen from water and pour carbon dioxide in it. Now we will discuss the various other systems in the echinodermates. First is the hemal and perihemal systems. Instead of blood vascular system, there are present hemal and perihemal system which are of coelomic origin. Thus, the so-called circulatory system is open type. The so-called blood is often without a respiratory pigment and there is no heart. Next is the digestive system. Digestive system is complete with two separate openings. It lies along the dorsoventral axis of the body. Mouth lies on the lower, that is the ventral side, and anus on the upper, that is the dorsal side of the body. Next is the excretory system. Specialized excretory system is absent in echinodermates. The excretory products diffuse out from the body tissues into the coelomic fluid from where they are finally eliminated out. If we talk about the reproductive system, the echinoderms are usually dioecious. That means sexes are separate. The reproduction is sexual. Fertilization. Fertilization is usually external. Takes place in the seawater. Mature gametes, sperms and ova are shed freely in the surrounding seawater where fertilization takes place. If we talk about the development, development is indirect with free swimming bilaterally symmetrical larvae. Thanks a lot for paying the attention, and in the upcoming lectures we will discuss more about the phylum Echinodermata in detail. Thanks a lot.